It's Friday the 13th. Well, they're burying Laura Spencer on Friday the 13th. Can you believe that?
Oh, is that why you couldn't sleep last night? You were tossing and turning because of Laura?
Now, when I toss and turn, I'm worried about myself. I know that Miranda's gone with no forwarding address, and let's face it, that's exactly what I wanted, but for some reason, I'm not happier.
You'll make yourself sick.
You know, I was thinking that maybe you were right. At least I hope so. That Nicholas just wouldn't permit anyone to see him grieve, and...
He's like you in that way. You didn't want me to see you not sleeping. That's why you're down here. Would Nicholas... I was just thinking about the other time he ran away. When he went to see Leslie Lou at Luke's. He wouldn't do that again, would he?
How much you take it for?
My clothes, the ones I got on. The rest is up to Lucky.
I can send people to help.
No, we don't need it. We ain't taking the damn couch. Luce, Lucy, why don't you just go upstairs and lay down for a while?
No, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to go lie down. Do you know what I want to do? I want to somehow make you realize that this is crazy. You leaving Port Charles, it's nuts. And you're leaving all the people that love you. And what is this? I wish I could just make this last 36 hours just disappear. And I'd also like you to hand over that bottle. It's apparently not helping you sleep. So why don't you give it to me and have some coffee and maybe some food?
Okay.
Thank you.
So, do you want to say something at the funeral? Well, who are we gonna get?
Well, a lot of people knew Laura. Who knew Leslie Brewer?
The last decade or more, only Stefan Cassadine. He's gonna be all tied up, charged with double murder. Right?
Mac's working on it.
Well, Mac's a police commissioner. If he says so, it ought to happen. Right?
Maybe here, not Rochester. Mac's gonna make it happen. It might not be today, but you just gotta have a little faith.
I got faith. Yeah, I got faith. Mac, he inspires a lot of faith. And then there's the DA's office, some of my favorite people. And then after that, you got the trial judge, the appeals courts, the Supremes. And if that list doesn't do it for you, then there's always some clown from the State Department. They can always hand him over to the first smarmy suit with a diplomatic pouch.
Luke, what are you doing?
Just getting a cigar, Luce.
Why would Nicholas go to your brother's house? He's not stupid. He's not suicidal.
He was able to love his sister before he could even acknowledge Laura. Maybe because he couldn't acknowledge her. So now, if he's missing his mother...
No, he wouldn't go there. But Luke found him the last time he was missing. I never have known where. Does Luke know he's gone?
I don't know.
Did you tell him?
No.
Are you sure? Why wouldn't you?
You're beginning to sound just like him.
I think you know very well what the consequences to Nicholas could be. Does Luke know where he is? Forgive me. I forgot myself.
It's all right. You're frantic. We're both exhausted. And who could have known these things would lead to one another? The hospital closing, you staying on, Luke leaving Laura. What you did for her mother becoming the end of both of them. And now Nicholas gone because of it.
Who could have known?
Do you think she went back to the Philippines?
I don't know.
Well, if she did, Sonny would know where to find her.
I don't think she would.
Well, where then? Australia?
Yeah, she might.
Maybe where you two live together?
Yeah, there's this beach. I went there myself. You know, the first time. I said goodbye to her that way. It was where we met.
Wait. Weren't you just saying yesterday that you were going to go back there? Isn't that the place where the mines are?
Miranda and I did not prearrange this, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, that may be what you thought I was thinking, but I wasn't. What I was thinking was, oh, maybe you should make that trip. Go fix whatever you need to fix in that town. Fix what you need to fix with her. You're the one who told me that you needed to close that part of your life, right? Well, how do you expect to do it if you keep on missing each other by a few years on the same damn beach? Am I right?
Probably. Yes. Brenda.
No, you know what? I'm not doing this because I'm so understanding, believe me. It's because I know Miranda's pattern. I've watched it. Oh, Jax, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't stay here because I'll only make things more complicated for you. So instead, I'll just disappear and make myself unforgettable. You know it's bad enough that I have to compete with that. Well, I'm not going to compete with that hanging over my head again for the rest of my life. Wondering if you're going to take off someday because you get a phone call or a telegram from her. You go there and you find her. And you see this through. You two decide what you're doing. And when you come back here, you come back to me.
What are you going to do, Justice?
I'm going to finish putting these notes together for this conference call at 1. Cue them to say things that they don't mean. They can buy a computer software company they don't need. Then I'm going to go to lunch, celebrate the big victory, and explain to Edward what software is. And I'm going to go to Laura's funeral, wish that I was the one that was being buried.
And this is your equivalent of what? Penance? Prison? You're not making anything up to anyone this way.
No, I'm not. See, because what I always had in my back pocket was that if I ever ended up at Charles Street gun shop measuring my mouth, I could always go to Laura and ask her what I could do to make it up to her.
What do you think she would have said?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can tell you what she wouldn't have said, Justice. She wouldn't have said go to work for ELQ and help make the quarter means richer. You know what I think your biggest mistake was? Not going to Laura the minute she was arrested and saying those 3 little words. I did it. Because you know what that would have changed? Not a damn thing. I knew Laura pretty well. She would have told you to keep your mouth shut. Unless and until you couldn't get her acquitted. Exactly what you decided to do, but without all this agony and guilt. She loved you so much. She would have done that and more. Now, what are you going to do for her? Well, you know what was important to her. Her family. Her community, her friends. Why not pick one of those and start there? That at least would make some sense.
Why did I leave the... Hey, I didn't know you were here. I left my notes somewhere for the city council meeting. I can't find them. Have either of you seen them anywhere?
I came to see Justice, and I'm not your secretary, AJ.
It's with her.
There's a funeral today, AJ. Remember?
Well, AJ's short-term memory is pretty much pickled. But of course, now that he's a civic leader, he's always dressed for one. Let's get in. Are we waiting for that conference call?
Your crib notes.
Well, where are you going? We need you here. What if they throw a curve?
Duck.
You recognize the symptoms?
What?
Never mind. Have you seen Jason lately?
Oh, AJ, do you need these? Sally said she found them under your breakfast plate.
Well, he does that to keep from eating them by accident.
That's good, Ned. Thank you very much. You know, it's funny, Ned, there really isn't an audience for your wit these days since your wife left you. Did Keisha go, Mom?
You know, aren't we being just a little shallow here? Someone that we love very much has just died, and we've allowed how much to mourn? Maybe 15 minutes?
I can't find Emily.
Oh, that's great. Have either of you seen Emily?
Emily.
Mr. Spencer.
Hey, come in, come in. Lucy, do you know Emily?
Hi.
Lucky's upstairs, Emily. I'll get him.
I'm really sorry about Mrs. Spencer.
Thank you.
You're tall. You can hit me. Sorry. People always used to say that to me when I was little, and I just wanted to scream. Not that you're little. Never mind. What I'm trying to say is that I think it's very brave that you came over here at a time like this. When I was your age, I couldn't have done it. In fact, you know, I'm barely managing right now. Excuse me.
Hi, Emily. You want something to eat?
Lucky. I'm really sorry about your mom.
Thanks. No, I'm really okay.
You know, I said that too.
Yeah, but this is different, Emily. Listen, can you please just not worry about me?
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say that you probably want to be alone right now.
No, I mean, all I'm doing right now is packing. You could help me figure out what to take if you want. After today, I'm not living here.
In this house?
In Port Charles.
Oh. Okay. Well, bye then.
Where'd she go? Lucky?
Dad, this is wrong.
I know. I'm sorry. Staying a little bit longer, and it'll all be over. Sorry.
Charles Street Foundation / Ward House. In memory of Laura Spencer. $10,000. Henry, if I wanted a tax deduction, I wouldn't ask you to make it anonymous. Oh, listen, there's the door. I gotta go. Oh, you do know how to use those keys.
Did you finish that work you had to do? The house was empty without you last night.
I don't suppose Miranda called and explained herself?
Robin did. You should have heard the gyrations I went through trying not to tell her about Laura. Of course she found out. She wanted to get on the first train here for the funeral, but I had to put my foot down. She has exams this week, and I don't see that subjecting herself to a funeral will do her any good, you know?
Sure. I don't want to go either.
I think we're through here, Mrs. Lansbury.
A visitor just arrived. Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones, we've only just finished lunch. May I have Mrs. Lansbury bring you something?
No, thank you. Is Lucas back from school yet?
I kept him home today and yesterday. They only have a few days left before the holiday break.
So I take that to mean you haven't told him about Laura yet.
No, I was going to take him shopping, Christmas shopping this afternoon, and tell him then.
In some mall?
Well, if you have another suggestion, I'm sure Barbara would be happy to hear it.
That's one of the reasons why I'm here.
And the others?
That I'm going to be a very frequent visitor around here. And I also think it's very important that Lucas see the three of us behaving civilly.
Well, I see no difficulty so far. Do you, Barbara?
That's what I want, too. I just wasn't sure you'd agree if I asked.
I'll do anything for Lucas. You know that.
Then I'll tell him you're here.
Won't you at least have a seat, Dr. Jones?
I would prefer, in my son's presence, that you call me by my first name, please.
Of course.
And as I told you, you can expect to see a lot of me. As long as my son's living here anyway.
Is there something wrong? 'Cause the schedule has me opening today.
The problem is, Luke's wife died.
It's horrible. How's Luke?
About how you would expect. Could you, stay right here. Come here for a second. Robin called this morning. She's very upset. And I want you to go see her because I think she'll feel better once she sees you.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And you stay as long as you need to. All right?
No, I can't do that. I gotta be back right
No.
away.
I got Pete. I got Joseph. I got the twins, and I got a funeral that I'm gonna go to. That anybody who's not invited will stick out like a sore thumb. I don't want you back here before tomorrow. Got it? All right. Okay.
Is there anything that I can do for Luke or his family?
Well, the fact is, Luke, after the funeral, is taking his kids and going to places unknown.
For good.
That's what he's saying. But I'll be keeping the club open so nobody's out of a job.
Right. My rich, fulfilling job, that's all I care about, Sonny.
Well, it's not going to be the same.
No. No, it's not. I mean, Luke's isn't just Luke's because of Luke. It's Laura, too. It's like their home. It's the two of them together. And Luke's and their house are both places where anybody who's not a complete jerk could always go and be made to feel welcome.
And now our nice, friendly town just got more inhospitable. And I will predict that Mr. Cassadine will not like the change.
If you don't need me for anything else, I'm gonna go home and change for this afternoon.
Lucy, thank you for being my guardian angel the last couple of days. Hell, the last couple of years. Actually, there is something you can do for me. These are the keys to Luke's. Please take them. Keep an eye on Sonny. Don't let him redo that place. He has no taste whatsoever. And the first time a transvestite doo-wop group walks through the door, you hire them on the spot. If I hear about you moping, I'm gonna have to slap your little white goose.
I can mope. If I want to mope, I'm gonna mope.
Come on, Luce. There's a whole lot of stuffed shirts in this town that need to be offended. I'm counting on you. You're just the gal to do it. But, you know, it's a lot more offensive if you're chomping on a big fat cigar.
No, you're not gonna make me do it. You can't make me laugh. Not until you tell me that you are not gonna leave. You can't. Now is not the time to decide.
It's already decided, Luce. There's no other way right now. I wouldn't lie to you about this.
Then to hell with you. I am taking Audrey's peach pie and going home.
I know I'm the last person that you want to see right now.
Close, but no cigar. Look, Justice, I don't want a shoulder to cry on. I really don't need your help today.
Well, I can do better than that if you give me a chance.
Make it quick. I've got a wife to bury.
Yeah, I know. And if you can spare me a few moments of your time after the service, I'd like you to come with me to Max Scorpio's office. I'm going to dictate a statement, and I need you to corroborate that I killed Damien and let Laura stand trial for it, even that I was going to come forward if she'd been found guilty. Basically everything that I'd hoped to explain to Laura one day. I was gutless, and now it's too late. Well, I think it's only fitting that I do it today. There's still some naysayers out there who think that Laura got away with murder. Well, when the morning paper comes, they'll know different.
Not gonna do much for your legal career.
Well, I guess I got into this hell in the first place because I was thinking about myself and I wasn't thinking about Laura. Well, now I'm thinking about Laura. There is one thing that I would like to do first, though.
I figured there was a catch.
There's no catch. I'd like to speak at Laura's funeral. Luke, I never had many friends. To me, friends were people that you killed time with. Well, I was going places and I didn't have a moment to spare. It took Laura to show me what a friend really is. Now how painful it is to lose one. You know, after campaign speech or city council meeting, Laura would come up to me and she'd tell me how much she liked my oratory. Like she was teasing, but I knew she was serious, and it made me very, very proud. And I would like to speak for her one more time.
Well, if Laura liked oratory, let there be oratory.
Thank you.
But after that, Justice, I want you to shut your mouth for the rest of the day. After the funeral, Lucky and Lulu and I are leaving town. I won't be stopping at Mac's office. And if you go there, you're gonna make a jackass out of yourself for confessing to something that nobody gave a damn about in the first place. It's too late for confessions. Don't do it. Justice, what's the point? As far as I'm concerned, you're off the hook.
Where's Jax?
Jax is on a business trip, and I didn't want to go to the funeral by myself, so I thought I'd come by here and see if you wanted to come with me.
You need a friend for escort duty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miranda's gone.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Jax?
No. Not with Jax. Of course not with Jax. I mean, they had dinner. And she just left the next day, and no one knows where she is now. And you'd think there would have been some kind of fighting, yelling, kissing, or something like that happening in between, but Jax says no.
Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead, right?
Yeah. I told Jax to go and find her if he could. I mean, that's the best thing to do. I want this over. So next time this girl decides to drop out of the sky into his lap, he will be done enough with her that he will say, sorry, gotta go, and come home to me.
Huh, so you did the right thing. Which, as usual, sucks.
You're boycotting Laura's funeral?
I didn't say I wasn't going. I just said that I don't want to go.
Well, who does? I don't know anyone who enjoys a funeral.
No, but other people know how to handle it. They know what to say and how to act.
Like you, Catherine. Look, you're always completely at ease in the most difficult situations.
Fine.
Fine what?
Fine. The next time I want to know how I'm feeling, I'll just call you up. Oh, darn. Headquarters calling you back, huh? I can get myself to the funeral.
Okay. I mean, the most important thing about funerals is just that you show up, all right?
It's all over.
Is Uncle Luke sad like we were about BJ?
Yeah, honey, he is.
You know, maybe we could go to the park and hang out some more while Mommy goes to the funeral.
Actually, I'm going to be here all afternoon.
Can I go outside and play?
Sure.
I don't go near the water?
Yeah, just make sure you wear your warm coat, okay?
Okay.
I think it'll take a few days to sink in, and then I'm sure he'd appreciate that trip to the park.
Sure. you're not going to the funeral.
Luke doesn't want me there.
You know, I always thought that your brother sounded almost certifiable when the subject of the Cassadines came up. But doesn't it bother you that everything Luke predicted has come true?
No, I don't see it. And I don't want to hear it again in this house.
Well, I'll be here tomorrow to check up on my son again. Maybe we can talk about regular visitation rights then.
I just saw Lucas go out. How did it go?
All right. Thank you, Tony.
Can I see you out to the pier?
No, my son can walk me down. Think about what I said, all right?
Think about what?
What days would be good for him to take Lucas?
Every once in a while, I'd see her smile. She turned my day
not to wait. It sounds like she's bad.
Laura doesn't give a damn if I'm late. Nicholas.
Doesn't it bother you that everything Luke predicted has come true?
Sunday, on the night before Christmas, a strange visitor stops time. Now it's up to Superman to restore hope in Metropolis, or Christmas Day may never come. Howie Mandel guest stars in a super story of Christmas on an all-new Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.